Oh, no, Ryan groaned. Say it's not true. I'll die without TV, said Michael. TV turn-off week is the worst week of the year. It's the worst week in the history of the world, I said. What are we going to do all week without TV? Asked Ryan. I might go crazy, said Michael. It was even worse than we thought. The sign said that TV turn-off week had been such a success last year that they decided to make it TV turn-off month this year. 4 whole weeks with no TV. Guys, this is the end of the world as we know it, I said. Oh, you boys are silly, Andrea said. TV is for silly dumbheads anyway. I never watch TV. I'd rather spend my time singing or playing a musical instrument. Andrea takes violin lessons and piano lessons and dancing lessons and singing lessons and just about every other kind of dumb lessons they have. If they give lessons in anything, Andrea takes them. If they gave lessons in how to take lessons, Andrea would probably take them. My mother told me that music cleans the soul, she said as we walked past the art room. Maybe you should try taking a bath, I said. Ryan and Michael laughed at my funny joke. AJ, you wouldn't be so mean if you tried singing instead of sitting around watching TV all the time, Andrea said. I love to sing. I can sing all the songs from Annie. That's my favorite movie. Ugh. Then Andrea started singing that song about the sun coming out tomorrow. It was horrible. The police should use Andrea's singing to punish criminals in jail. Can you sing solo? I asked Andrea when she finally stopped. Sure I can, she said. Then why don't you sing So Low We Can't Hear You? Ryan and Michael cracked up at my funny joke. They are true friends. You're mean, Andrea said. Please hold your tongue, AJ, said Miss Daisy. Then she told me to be quiet because she knew that I was going to stick my tongue out and hold it. Finally, we got to the music room. Mr. Loring wasn't there yet, so Miss Daisy told us to sit on the rug. Last year, my first-grade teacher told us to sit Indian style, but she got in trouble because some Indian people didn't like it. So, she told us to sit like pretzels instead. Miss Daisy doesn't tell us to sit like Indians or like pretzels. She just says, crisscross applesauce, which doesn't mean anything at all. I sat in the second row next to Ryan and Michael. Andrea and Emily sat in the front row, of course. Miss Daisy said we could talk quietly until Mr. Loring arrived. Remember when Mr. Loring had us sing Jingle Bells? Michael asked. Yeah. What's a bobtail? Michael asked. You sing bells on bobtail ring, but I never knew what a bobtail was. Beats me, said Ryan. I think a bobtail is a kind of car, I guessed. Nobody names a car bobtail, said Michael. Bob backward is still Bob, Ryan said, and tuna backward is a nut. Tuba backward is a butt, I said. I used to have a fish named Fred, said Ryan. What does that have to do with bobtails? Asked Michael. Nothing, Ryan said. I was just thinking about Fred. Suddenly, that goody two-shoes Andrea turned around. You boys are dumbheads, she said. A bobtail is a little furry animal with a short tail. Everybody knows that. She was probably right, but I don't like Andrea Young telling me anything. She started singing Jingle Bells. Who asked you? I interrupted. You don't know anything about music. Do too, Andrea said, all mad. I've been playing the piano ever since I was 4 years old. Don't you get tired? I asked. I thought that was a pretty funny joke, but nobody laughed. Can't win 'em all. I can even play a Beethoven sonata, Andrea bragged, all proud of herself. You play with Beethoven's snot? I said. That's disgusting. Andrea got all huffy and turned back around.